Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Friday, everybody. Yeah. Weekend, yeah.
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 Weekend, bitches.
Yeah.
Weekend.
Jay Bird got some vodka at my house.
Oh, yeah, and I got whiskey at mine for the weekend.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
What are you drinking tonight for the big cocktail party?
I think I'm going to go coffee martini.
Oh, it sounds great. Your breath should be great.
Thank God for social distancing.
Coffee martini. Okay, can you pick a grosser drink?
Yeah, Jameson.
Whatever, baby. It's hard.
No.
It gets right to the point. It don't fuck around.
I don't like it. It tastes like cat piss.
Nah.
Yum.
If you're gonna drink any kind of whiskey, at least drink good whiskey.
I thought Jameson was high end.
Basic Jameson is disgusting.
Wow. Hey, everybody. It's Tequesta, Virginia. Being all judgmental and shit. I
thought it was good.
I thought JMO was high end.
Yeah, I used to get it all the time, too. I would put Jameson and ginger ale. I'd have that a lot.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't like the taste of
I
it.
always liked it.
Well,
Thought it was
fuck.
great.
Well, fuck you, because I'm drinking a coffee martini.
I didn't say fuck you. I said fuck. Okay, sorry for the language. I'm just saying. A lot of judging.
You got shit to say, so do I.
A lot of judging.
Say some more shit about my coffee martini.
Well, whatever we'll have, we'll have.
But we are going to fight about it.
So are we just going to kind of get weird with our convo? Hey, Kev, what's going on over at the Ralston household?
I think that's it. We'll probably just, whatever happens. We'll just, kind of sit there and chill.
If happy hour starts at 5, when will you start drinking?
Well, I mean, I'm drinking now.
Yeah. So the answer would be 8 a.m.
Someone's going to be shitty.
Here's
Good.
one of those things too.
That's
If
fun.
you guys want to back out, how Kevin goes, the podcast is over, and I go 5 more mins. I can stay on. You guys can back out. On this one.
Are you say?
If I'm
Okay.
still feeling it.
Oh yeah. we
Depends on
should.
how annoying you are.
Yeah. If I'm really annoying, I'm gonna probably stay on longer.
Okay. Don sent us an email. It's a good day when my wife walks the dogs in the morning and she climbs back into bed naked. Oh,
Well,
Ow!
all right.
somebody got a bone.
Yeah.
A dog got a bone.
I think there's a lot of bones going on.
Also, Oscar in Orlando sent an email, said, first off, I'm calling out Jaybird and everybody else that suggested watching Don't Fuck With Cats. Holy shit, Virginia, if you haven't seen it yet, don't.
Yeah, I know what it's about, and I'm too soft.
Yeah, look, I never said it's an easy watch. I just said they didn't murder. They don't show the murdering of cats. Now they do show the carcasses, which is I understand it's troubling. It's rough, but you can't deny that it's not an interesting story, because it is.
Second, Kevin, you're into history, but what about hip-hop history? If so, you should check out Hip Hop Evolution on Netflix. There are 4 seasons. Each have 4 episodes. Each episode's about 45 minutes long. I finished season 3, and we'll start season 4 tonight. That episode talks about the 50 Cent, T.I., Lil Wayne era. Yeah, that's on my queue list. I've seen that on my Netflix.
They do good stuff with all that Netflix. Where they
Yeah.
go, the history of toys was very, it's something like that. Or toys from around the world back in the day. It's
Yeah.
about old toys.
Okay.
I butchered the name clearly.
Clearly, yes.
But the toys that made us,
Okay.
they have those kind of shows where they go back and do
Because they
little-
did the movies that made us. It's from the same series.
It is so good, Virginia.
Yeah.
You would even like it, even though you don't like toys. You would find it interesting.
Okay.
They make it heartwarming.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I still have one more episode of the movies that made us too that I haven't seen yet.
Which one haven't you
Either.
seen?
I'm trying to remember which all there are.
Home Alone,
I've seen.
Dirty Dancing.
I have not.
That's
And
the,
I saw
that's
Die Hard.
Die Hard is good, but Dirty Dancing is good because Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey did not get along. She hated his ass.
Wow.
Now, could Rocco watch the Home Alone one? Because he loves Home Alone.
Oh, yeah.
They're fun. I don't think they're bad, are they?
He watches Home Alone over and over and over.
It's not that they're bad, but it just might be kind of boring for
I
him.
think it would be.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've watched Ghostbusters, I've watched Die Hard, and Home Alone and Dirty Dancing is the one I got to get through.
If you guys are wrestling fans out there, there's a great documentary about the Chris Benoit story, and it's done by Vice. If you just type in Vice, Chris Benoit, it'll come right up. Holy shit, that is a heart-wrenching documentary.
Okay.
But it's very good. If you love wrestling, highly recommend it.
That is good to know.
Yeah.
Very nice. I know people are going to look for stuff to watch this weekend. You said, lastly, big thanks to you guys for being one of the positives in this moment in history. Y'all become one of the few constants in this new normal drink. Shout out to the rest of the White Claw crew, Eddie, Callie, Monica, Rayanne, and Albert. If you don't remember us, our whole table was drinking all the White Claws at
Dog's
Yes.
Beer Garden, yeah.
Front row.
Yeah.
Yes.
During the live podcast right after the Queen ripped Kevin's titties off for drinking too much at Caitlin's apartment.
There is nothing better than having an event go on and you have a rambunctious, fun
Front row.
crowd. Yes.
The front row, when the front row gets it, you're like, okay, I can vibe this.
Totally.
The front row really does set the tone.
If you had 30 of them, forget about it.
They were awesome. As soon as you walked in and saw them all drinking White Claw, you're like, okay, they're us.
There was a few cocktails and karaoke we did down south where I felt like we were giving it our all, and I looked out in the crowd. They're like, what the fuck are these people doing?
We don't understand. Who are they and why are they so bizarre?
It's just nice to have a crowd, get it.
Home team.
Got your other emails here. Some good positive ones, too. Laura, Noah, and Ava. Nice little smile on your face. They had some fun making homemade golf carts today. And my 7-year-old Noah even put KVJ on his radio.
Oh, that's awesome.
It made my heart happy. We normally listen to you guys on the way to school, and they always ask what I'm laughing at when I'm cleaning the house or doing my exercise. They listen to your podcast, so thank you so much for staying on the air and making us laugh when we need it the most, Laura, Noah, and Ava. And I'll give you the instruction. There's a difference here. If you're listening to the KVJ show and you do have the smart speaker and you want to listen, here's the 2 commands that you need to know. If you want to listen to us live, just say, play the KVJ show, and then the WRMF stream will come up, and we'll be playing live right there. If it's after 10 a.m. or before 6 a.m. and we're not on live, you can just say, play the KVJ show podcast, and they'll start playing the show, the most recent show we had.
Nice.
Yeah. So to let people know, that's how you do that.
Those homemade golf carts out of cardboard boxes are amazing.
They are.
Nice job, ladies.
I
That's
love it.
awesome.
Kevin Y sent an email, said, hey guys, I was just wondering if you could post some videos while you're stuck at home like the rest of us. Jaybird could do a teaching video of how to play some of his songs on guitar. Virginia could show us how to create a perfect roux for her delicious gumbo. Denny's could explain the difference between the types of weed, and Kevin could show us his workout video. Thanks for all you guys do.
Yeah, we've been doing stuff like that. If you go to our Facebook page, I know that's where a lot of stuff has been going on. We haven't been uploading it to YouTube, but if you do go to the KVJ Facebook, there's your cooking video. And I know that there's some stuff me and Denny's have done.
Yeah, we'll try to get all that up there, too. And I even was thinking about, did we get through? I know every Friday we were like re-releasing as an individual podcast Stories from a Stoner.
We were.
Yeah.
I know that.
I like to get all of those in one place. If somebody like to just kind of like binge through the whole series, if you want to do a podcast binge.
Hey, you know what I'll do too this weekend? Me and Denny's will sit down. I bet there's probably 4 new fresh ones that we could get out.
Yeah.
If I'll talk with him. I don't want to speak for him, but I am.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. The one thing, it's an ambitious project, but whenever the time suits us, I think it'd be funny because to me, the stories were so hysterical that there was a lot of visual to it. And it kind of reminded me of Drunk History a little bit. I would love to, if we could pull it off, it'd be kind of fun to reenact Denny's Stories from a Stoner. Because remember the one where, what was it? He was so high, and what was he? He was eating a cravat.
Plastic fruit.
Yeah, plastic fruit, yeah.
From a fruit bowl.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun if we could ever get that budget, make that happen.
Just to let people know, the cocktail thing tonight will be on our KVJ YouTube channel, so you'll be able to watch that. I know there's some confusion. Some people thought it would only be on Facebook, but it will be on YouTube.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I try to get it all in one spot. So many platforms anymore.
And I think we can swear more on YouTube.
Can we promote on Facebook that will be on YouTube?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like Facebook is number one right now.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's still the biggest. I know a lot of people are going after your grandparents are, but it's still the biggest. It's lost numbers, but it's still the biggest.
Well, think about it. In these quarantine times, it's hard to be fucking crushing it on the gram, going to all these places.
Right.
So I can see how that might take a hit compared to a Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Denny said with the stories from a stoner, he put all the best ones up for podcast. I can start reposting them again. Yes, I'll have him do that so that you can easily find them. And it'd be nice to have them in a way where somebody could listen to episode 1, 2, 3 and just go through the whole thing.
Oh,
and
yes.
I'm sure people probably actually want to get really high and listen to that.
and piss yourself from laughing.
Oh, it's funny when
they
you have
are
anything in your system.
so good.
Yeah, they really are. So we'll get that back out there again for you to check out. Let me see here. In fact, we got one. Hey, morning crew. Listen to you guys every morning and sometimes have to take the long way to work, especially this morning when you're trying to guess if people were high. Haha. My name is Chad, and we are a Verizon wireless retailer, cellular sales, and have 15 to 20 locations within your area. Well, that's very nice. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate that.
And he just totally got a free commercial.
That's what we're all about. Yeah, we just, it's a different kind of world out there. We just announced a new initiative here that I think a lot of people are probably going to want to know about. It is the Fight Back, Give Back to help local charities raise awareness and funds during the COVID-19 crisis. Hubbard West Palm is committing to donating up to $1 million worth of commercial airtime in April and May to Fight Back, Give Back. And we're going to be lending our microphone organizations for the community. So if you need some publicity for your local charity, you can receive 50 30-second PSAs airing Monday through Sunday to May 31st across our 7 radio stations. So we're going to be promoting a lot of charities.
Love it.
During this time. Because a lot of businesses are not, you probably notice we're a lot lax of commercials. So we're going to make up that time with some charities.
I love it.
Yeah.
If you've got a little extra money to give, it's a great time because there's so much need.
Yes, there is. Absolutely. So we'll be doing some KVJ Volunteer Army stuff here, too, as soon as we kind of start getting everything sorted out a little bit more. Got an email here from Jared about the coronavirus, and he said, it's looking like the flu from 2018 will be more deadly than the coronavirus in America. 800,000 hospitalizations, CDC, for the flu for the 2018 flu season, 80,000 dead, and never once did we hear anything about a shutdown, and never once heard that hospitals are at capacity. Something just isn't adding up.
Well, is it possible that because we've all shut everything down, we slowed it down to the point where it's not going to get to those levels, maybe even worse? We didn't do that before.
Well, the thing about it is, people still kind of keep coming back to this. And I know they've adjusted the numbers and they've lowered them a bit. But I know the White House was saying this time last week that the deaths should not exceed 240,000. So if we even got close to that, you're talking here, Jared, about 80,000 dead. And if the White House was saying, okay, worst case scenario, it was 100 to 240,000. So even the low end of that, conservative, that's still more than the 2018 flu.
Yeah, and just,
and that's without, you're right, that is without, imagine if we hadn't done the quarantine, the best prognosis, at least, and maybe they've adjusted numbers. I haven't seen an update if they have, but they were saying last week 100,000 best case scenario, which I'm not great at math, but I know 100,000 is more than 80,000 for your 2018 flu. So that's already 20,000 more dead, and that's with the world's shutting down.
It's really tough to give a guessing number, though. I mean,
It
you
is.
just don't know.
It is right now, and that's why the projections are flipping around so much on this, because they don't really know, and the testing still is the big issue, because Palm Beach County, of the 3 counties, South Florida is the worst, and we may be dealing with different stuff. The state of Florida may change, but our 3 counties may not here in South Florida. Like, the rest of the state may go back to school, but South Florida won't. That's one example, because we are leading in cases and deaths by a lot. We make up about 60% of the entire cases for the entire state. And there are more deaths in Palm Beach County than there are in Broward and in Miami-Dade, but Miami-Dade leads with the most cases and by far, but they've had the most testing. And so that's really it. You don't even know what the numbers are. The numbers that you throw out there, every time I throw out a number, I'm like going, this ain't accurate.
Well, they also said, too, in New York that people have passed away in their house or their apartment, and initially they're not giving them the coronavirus death certificate because they have to go and look and see, but it's jumped so high of people that die normally a day, they're thinking it has to be coronavirus, and those numbers aren't even being factored in either. So I think you're going to see the numbers jump depending on how they even do the autopsies on people.
Yeah. But I'm not lying to you, Jared. I mean, there have been times where I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Does this make sense? Let's just break down some basic math here. This seems very extreme. So I've had that. Something's just not adding up. I've had that thought before. But the really quick, easy math on this, 2018 flu, just according to your email, you said 80,000 dead. Best case scenario that the White House projected, it was 100 to 240,000 deaths in the U.S. if social distancing is maintained. So that's still a greater number than the 2018 flu. And the Spanish flu that you're about in 1918 to 19 was 675,000 Americans dead. So yeah, we're not going to get there with coronavirus. What happened with the Spanish flu in 1918, yes, is going to be 3 times worse than what this coronavirus is.
Metal Beard Dan's got a great point, though. Math is forbidden in the show, Kevin.
Yeah, that is a great point. You're right. That's why I try to make the numbers as easy as possible to understand. So I get that. Let me see here. Other stuff that we got going on. Yeah, we're talking about what people are doing. And going and driving around, too, was one thing that this week we got into a debate on. But we were looking at some of the numbers from a South Florida survey, and 65% of people said that they were looking forward to just going out. They like going out and driving around.
I think just the freedom of doing regular things is what people miss, too. Going to a grocery store without making it a 10-minute production of wiping shit down and thinking that you're touching a grody cart.
It's a change of scenery. That's it, because a lot of us have been looking at, even if you're moving around from room to room in your house, you're like, okay, I'm on week 4 of looking
here
at the same things.
I went to Publix yesterday, and I was enjoying myself. It was just nice to be around people.
Yeah, we like that. That was the biggest thing. Number one thing that people were missing was just the socializing with friends and family. So people are going to be excited to be able to do that when all this crap is over. So hopefully sooner rather than later.
What do you want to do, Mama?
When
all of it goes back to normal.
Go out to have a fancy dinner.
That's your thing, huh?
Yeah, I want to go have like a 3-hour dinner someplace that I really enjoy the food and the wine and the experience.
Yeah, I want a big dinner. Just 9 entrees. Not a la carte, though, because that's some bullshit.
I love doing those, tastings where you go and you sit and they just bring out course after course. You don't pick anything. It's all the chef has created, special morsels. I don't have any allergies. I don't have any aversions. I love everything.
Oh,
so.
I've never been a part of something like that. Could you imagine if somebody did that for pizza? All kind of different pizzas just fucking coming out every 10 mins? Oh, my gosh. That is heaven.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back to a sporting event. That'll be nice. I know people are most freaked out about that. 72% in that survey said that until there's a vaccine, they wouldn't go back. And I don't know. I might be the same. I have to see when the time comes, if it's available, if I would go without there being a vaccine or not. But that would be awesome, just to get back to a big-time football game and be in the stadium and not be worried about I'm going to die in 2 weeks or I'm going to pass it on to somebody who will. So that'd be kind of fun.
When I was at Publix, they have a whole section that says "wipe down carts."
Yes.
And when I got there, I actually felt the handle. You could tell they had some good sanitizer on there.
It was wet.
It was
with sandy
but
wipes.
it was a good wet. There's different kinds of wets.
Yes.
A good wet. Did you see Ellen broke down and apologized for her quarantine joke?
So what exactly did she say?
Here's the joke. The joke said, being in quarantine is like being in jail. It's mostly because I've been wearing the same clothes for 10 days and everyone here is gay.
Okay, so clearly a joke.
Yes, exactly. Clearly a joke. And it's a funny joke. It's great. I mean, it's like, okay.
And why is she getting shit for it?
Because people are saying, you don't know what jail is like. Your house quarantine's not like jail, bitch. You're rich.
Give me a fucking break.
This is where I would like Ellen to be as mean as what people say she is behind the scenes.
Yeah, dude, she's trying to do a joke.
Just be like, it's just a joke.
I would love
Of course,
it.
I don't know what prison's like.
Yeah, I'd love to
suck it.
Go on her Twitter feed and just see her go, "Fuck you, fuck," like all these.
Yes.
She can't, though.
I just hate I hate that she broke down and apologized. Because then, you know what? People are going, see what we did?
Yep.
And like, okay, who's next? And that's just what the keyboard warriors are waiting for. They're just trolling around looking for, okay, who can we shame into an apology? It's like they're keeping score.
It's like when Steve Martin tweeted out when Carrie Fisher passed away that she was beautiful and talented and all, but he said beautiful, and then Twitter got on him. Why are you bringing looks into this? Why would you break down a woman of what she is? Her identity is not about her looks. She was a woman. All this shit, and then he caved and apologized for it. I'm like, Steve. What the fuck?
Well,
Don't
you can
apologize.
say someone's beautiful, and you can talk about just their aura and their presence and their personality. It all comes together in a package.
Last time I checked, being called beautiful was a nice thing.
And again they won, and they're like going, and then what that does is that gives fuel into it because they're like going, this is it. And they feel like, okay, we've got another one. I don't even know what their point is. Be like, what are you trying to do to the world? Like, what do you think? What have you changed with Ellen's apology? Why are things now magically different? Is the world a better place, or you just feel better about your pathetic life?
You have someone saying something nice about somebody who passed. All of it was positive,
right?
And you fuck faces found something negative about it.
Yeah, we got to and you got to look hard. That's why it's like you got to look hard to make something. Like you got to be able to joke. I hate when comedians are.
Well, you're a comedian.
Telling a joke that was funny, and they're coming back and having to apologize because somehow in there, and are we offending people who are in jail? If that's the case, for the most part, a lot of you deserve to be there.
If she said that in her monologue, it wouldn't be a thing. When you put it down on print or on Twitter, people think that's your real thought. They don't know that it's a joke. The 20% that are offended don't know it's a joke, and they also.
Then I would just say, you know what? I cracked a joke, and that's it. It wasn't meant. It was meant to be funny, and it's playing off all this kind of stuff. And I'll leave it at that. I try to crack a joke, listen to it here, and if it offends you, then I'm sorry. This is comedy, and sometimes it offends.
And sometimes you don't know what's going to work and what's going to fall flat. That's part of the risk of trying to be funny. There's a really good chance you're going to fall flat on your face. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
You know, fuck those people.
That was really kind of it. I saw that. I was like, Ellen, no, don't. Because now they're just like, okay, who's next?
Well, I'm not even like a huge Ellen fan over here.
No, I don't. It's a trend I don't like. And when I read the joke, I'm like, that's it?
What's a joke? It's clearly a joke.
It's clearly a joke. That's what got everybody all upset? That's what she's apologizing for?
You're awfully quiet, Sinicki. I like it.
Yeah, I think that, you got to just be careful. I know everybody's too sensitive right now.
Be careful.
But if you're Ellen and you're joking about jail and quarantine and you're in your mansion, some people are going to call you out for that. She's in a mansion.
See, here's the difference between what Ellen did and what those other celebrities did about the Imagine thing. The Imagine people, when they did that whole thing, they thought they were changing the world. Ellen was just trying to add some humor.
Right, and that hers wasn't like you felt like, okay, I'm in a better place than you. I'll give you a difference. There was the joke that Ellen did, and then Justin Timberlake, he tweeted out yesterday that 24-hour parenting is, quote, just not human. And then somebody responded to that with, you're a multimillionaire and you have one kid. Now see, that's the one where that's funny to respond. And that's where what you're talking about applies, Virginia, where it's like, okay, you just sound unrelatable.
Yes.
Ellen's didn't have that air of, oh, I'm in such a great place. It's like I've worn the same clothes for 10 days and everybody around here is gay, meaning her wife. That's funny. It's like, okay.
It had the beat of da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yes. it was a well-written and well-crafted joke. That's
Timberlake's
like,
just out of touch.
Yeah. His was out of touch. I don't think hers was. Hers was just a good joke.
I just like social media drama.
I actually don't.
I do.
Although I'll read up on it. Sometimes sometimes I'm a part of it.
I don't like it when I'm a part of it. Not now, but I like it when I see just something stimulating going on. Like, what is this?
But no, think about it. None of it matters. All it is distractions. Ellen gets in trouble today. Oh my gosh, Ellen! Yo, fuck you, Ellen. 2 days later, someone else is going to say something else, and they're all going to keep their none of it matters.
No, it doesn't matter.
It's so
just
dumb.
In the moment, entertaining.
It's all entertainment, babe. It's all distractions.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you still do like Justin Timberlake, he was on the YouTube web series Hot Ones, and he was talking about the Dick in the Box skit they did with Andy Samberg on SNL.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, he said they weren't allowed to say the D word on air, and they were like, okay, so they just bleeped it out. Skit had 16 bleeps in it, and JT said that the irony is the bleeped out version, I think, is funnier than the uncensored version.
Absolutely.
Totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of makes sense.
I think sometimes when we bleep out audio, it's way funnier.
It is, yeah.
Bleeps are funny.
Well, I like the Rocco Match game.
Yeah.
That's funnier than him just...
Although I will say, when Aunt Ann would swear, I wish we could keep the swear words because it was pretty good.
She's a great one.
Her swear words would hit.
Yeah.
She was an artist and it was her paint.
Yes, exactly.
She meant it. She wanted it to hurt you.
There are some people that are beautiful swearers.
She had a skill.
Yeah. Justin Timberlake, that Trolls World Tour, he did that Trolls movie. Same thing, like we talked about some other movies. You had mentioned Invisible Man. It is going right to your streaming.
Yeah, that Invisible Man's got really high marks. I'm interested in seeing how it does. Mm-hmm. And would that be a new thing in the future? Instead of releasing it in the theater, if you were the owner of the movie or the owner of the studio, would you give a shit if 50 million people watched it from home compared to 30 from the theater?
No, I guess not. And more people are watching it at home. Does that mean you get money?
Does it? Yeah. Is there a difference in the money with if you're watching 50 million at home compared to 30 million at the theater? Mm-hmm. Does that affect the money?
Yeah, I'm sure it does, and I think the line items are different, and you might start seeing budgeting going differently, where somebody sets out to create a direct-to-stream movie because the marketing dollars would be different. And the budgets could be different. And you say, look, we don't have to create Top Gun 2 for this. It can still be something high quality and get great viewership that does well. You look at a documentary done, Tiger King. What was the overall budget for that?
Great question.
And it got, 35 million streams on Netflix?
Well, then even on a movie level, Bird Box on Netflix.
Yeah, right.
Crushed.
Well, and you're seeing some of those movies that are popular. Was it Mark Wahlberg had just recently done one that had Post Malone that was a direct to Netflix?
Pretty shitty, Virginia.
Really?
I tried to watch it twice and I couldn't.
There was 6 Underground that was released by, I think it was Ryan Reynolds. Was that Ryan Reynolds that did that? I think so.
Yeah,
that
I think
was
so.
Netflix, and that was kind of like a direct to Netflix movie. So I think that will probably be the formula that you will see. And if theaters do survive all this, and I don't know if they will, but if they do, you may just see a need for smaller theater houses where they would have only maybe 2 to 4 screens, and they would show just the massive blockbusters, and it would be more of a presentation with everything there where it's like, okay, this is an experience, not just sitting down to watch a movie.
Would this work as an idea? Massage in a movie. You're in the theater.
A rub and a tug with your flick.
I guess you could do it a couple different ways. But you could do it innocently where you're just getting the shoulders worked on and you're watching the new Adam Sandler movie. And you could do it the other way, watching the new, I don't know, titty movie. getting your peen rubbed.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be in that theater.
Yeah, those floors are sticky.
What was that? Oh, there's something. Is there something hanging from my eye? No, I'm just saying. That would be you sitting in the theater.
That's good acting, Kev. I thought it really happened to
I'm
you.
an actor. See, look at him. I sucked him right in.
Yeah, you did.
I'm drunk, too, though.
Okay. That's the audience I need. All right, let me see here. Anything else that we got? I know you and Denny's are also going to be playing the video game tonight.
Off the top of the dome, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot here. Do you have anything that you could have on the line for me and Denny's for a bet? Because this week I had to wear this fucking terrible eye patch, by the way.
Yeah, don't do an eye patch.
No, it's terrible. This is actually awful. Is there something the loser has to do that you guys could think of?
You could do a haircut.
Oh, shit.
Yep. You could do an enema.
Enema.
Benoit balls.
Oh, we have to go out in public and get them.
What?
Benoit balls.
Oh, yeah. No, it's...
Let's try to stay self-quarantine here.
Yeah.
All right, I put you on the spot, and I apologize.
Well, there's two that you could do. Just spitballing.
Haircut's too big. He's never gonna allow me to do it to him, and I'm gonna beat him tonight. There's no way Denny's beats me tonight.
Yeah,
no
you
way.
are.
If Denny's beats me tonight, Virginia can speed bag my balls on Monday, with her consent, of course.
Okay. That
I
right
think
there
I
is
should.
it.
I need your consent.
Well, we'll both get. Oh, I just gave it.
You could do a baby bird feeding session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good time to do that.
That's it. Yeah.
Winner's choice too.
So we'll
of the food.
So we usually do delivery. The delivery will get there. So the loser has to get baby birded. Their first 19 bites.
That's a lot.
Okay.
I was thinking one.
Okay.
He's a man of extremes.
Yeah, he is.
I like it. You're giving me some good angles here.
A couple angles. So the game you're playing tonight, and at what time if people want to watch you play Denny's online?
Depends on how late the KVJ cocktail hour goes.
Okay.
I'll let them know. But yeah,
I
probably
think it's supposed to be 7:30, right?
It's supposed to be 7:30. It's supposed to be.
She's loose.
No, I know. What game you playing?
The Major League Baseball game. I'm not sure what year.
okay.
We were getting called out because we were playing a 3-year-old basketball game. It all broke down.
Your baseball game's probably 3 years old too.
Denny's, are we doing new or old baseball game? What?
I can't hear
Are you
you.
yelling at me?
What are you talking about, man? What baseball game are we doing tonight?
It's 2019, so it's last year's.
Okay. And
I think it's the one you played. You used to play that game all the
I've
time.
never played that one. 2019, I've never
Or
played.
it's the one you had because it's the same cover. I got it because it was complimentary 1 month.
Oh.
They offered it free. That's the only reason I grabbed it because I know you like baseball games.
That's so nice.
You ready to get fucking destroyed?
I've only played this style of basketball game once ever.
Basketball.
Basketball game.
Baseball.
So Birds definitely got the advantage here.
Well, basketball, I'm not that good at.
I've seen that movie a bunch. But Bird does have the advantage, so.
Oh, and I am looking to take out some frustration, Virginia.
So we were talking punishments. We were thinking that shampoo in the hair. I don't know if you've come up with anything better.
What's that one?
Well, that was the one we came up with last week. Was that loser in the baseball game would have to have shampoo? You put shampoo in your hair and you have to wear it all day like that.
Oh, that's awful, too.
How do you feel about the baby bird one?
Baby birding each other.
So you know how we get delivery?
Well, the winner baby bird's the loser.
That's how you get corona, dog.
Yeah, because
time.
me and him never share anything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that one's good because you didn't like the week-long punishments because you said it's too much of a pain.
Oh, it's fucking
The
terrible.
eye patch
So
is
I mean,
a
at least
bad
that
idea.
one's quick. At least
It
we
is
just
quick.
get it over with.
It is quick. Well, we'll talk.
Do a body shot off each other.
Well, we're not trying to get anybody hard here, are we?
Make your butts an ass luge. You pour it down the small of your back, and then
All right, now
you
we're
put
getting
your
it.
lips right by the bung.
You know what? Our cocktail hour may give us some inspiration, too.
Ass
Yeah, that's
luge
true.
is fun.
Loser's got to toss a winter salad.
And we just have a camera on
On the face of the
on the
loser.
face.
This count, right?
It is not a bung shot. It's a face shot.
Oh, that would be miserable.
Oh, jeez.
We're not doing that. Denny's, don't worry. Don't worry. We're not doing that one.
Oh man.
Get dysentery and
That was
coronavirus.
exciting.
Would you agree with this? I saw this list of the best single-player video games Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, number one.
Really?
He loves
One,
that
one of the
game.
best games ever made ever in history.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't heard of that.
He talks about it a lot.
It's
Red
so
Dead
well
Redemption
done.
2.
That's
Is-
Rockstar. Super gigantic budget on that one.
Is that the one I would watch you, the cowboy guy that had
Yep,
tuberculosis?
yep.
They've got The Witcher 3.
Awesome. That's why they made that Netflix adaptation, because of the popularity of that. And then the popularity of the show increased the popularity of the game, and now they're making
wow.
a fourth one. So they weren't even gonna.
They're going to make a Thrones game or what?
They have a couple.
Okay. Well, never
Someone's
mind.
late to the dance.
Well, there's a couple of variations of it. So
What the fuck?
Come on,
Fucking
man.
a Thrones game?
They ever gonna do a game where you can shoot hookers or what?
yeah. Well, so they added a family in the video game. You play as the Forsters. It was actually a sideline character that George R.R. Martin was going to add to an extra family to the thing, and they decided to just keep it separate as one of the video games. So all the decisions in that weirdly influenced TV show decisions, which was weird that you never even got to see unless you played the game.
Those decision games are fun.
They
Yeah.
are. Those are the best. Those are the best to observe and watch
Now-
because everybody's
Yeah.
like a participant.
That's the one the witch could do.
Yeah, those ones are fun. So when Bird and I, there's a game called Until Dawn where you basically, it's a situation of the worst case scenario for a bunch of teenagers partying and there's a murder on the loose. And you influence the decisions that happen in the game. And by those
that's
decisions
cool, yeah.
leads to either their deaths or them living. And the goal is whatever you want to do. If you want to kill all of them, the goal is to lead them all to the worst possible decisions, which is what Bird always wants to do. And if you try to save them all, then it's fun because you're actually trying to play the game and save these people.
No look better in mayhem.
Imagine that he plays the game wrong.
Oh, he does it. He picks the craziest decisions, ones nobody would ever make in these situations.
I blame my
That's how
child.
he lives his life.
Yeah, he's pretty consistent.
I mean, look at him.
Making the
Clearly,
worst
he's
decision.
made a lot of bad decisions. Right now, just look at him.
I never thought of it.
How you getting home, Cupcake?
I got him.
Vicious V or the Kevin Ralston.
Oh, you got him.
I mean,
Okay.
a riot from the Kevin Ralston.
If you would Insta story it, that's our little thing. I'd like to have a little video documentation.
High maintenance Virginia. Now you're driving. You're
Yeah, you
got to
drive and Insta story,
That
Kev.
sounds safe. Sounds safe.
Oh, she loves driving me home, only to humiliate me publicly.
He's got to be nice to me.
And then they said Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, so I don't have a Nintendo Switch, but supposedly that's the game for that system.
Okay.
Nintendo's weird. They're kind of so everybody usually gets a game system and then they get a Nintendo in addition to it because it's so different. It's a different gaming system.
Okay.
And that's the number one on there besides like Mario Kart.
But you don't love Nintendo?
So I always get it late to the party. So it's been out for 4 years, I think, 3 years. In fact, it just got delayed because of coronavirus, but they had a new version coming out this year for Christmas. I think it got bumped till next year. But yeah, I mean, I might grab that one.
When are we going to get an updated Shinobi?
Shinobi, yes. Oh, they did make a Shinobi back on like PlayStation 2 that did not do well. And
Wake up, Virginia.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear
The
you.
fuck's a shinobi?
Ah, Shinobi's my
Throw in the
cuss.
Ninja Stars. They do have.
Shinobi's my... Denny does not believe that I finished Shinobi. He doesn't think I beat
I
it.
really don't. That game's so hard.
Is it like a fruit ninja?
Kinda. I mean, there are parts of it similar. I won't go on too long with this, but they did come out with a Sega Genesis Classic Pack.
Pretty
for the
fucking
newer system.
insulting. He doesn't think I beat Tyson. Doesn't think I beat Contra, which I did.
So for one of these game nights, after we get through the sports phase, I can pull up Contra, and we can play through it 2-player if you want. We'll do the code and everything.
And so you beat him?
Yeah,
Beat that ass.
That'd be amazing.
we'll just see who lives longer. I got Tyson's Punch Out. I got all those.
And it's
games.
really cool. He can pull up any old school game. It's really neat.
So here's what you got tonight, 5 o'clock. We're going to be doing KVJ Cocktails, a little happy hour for you that you can find on YouTube. And then at 7:30, you'll see Jaybird and Denny's. They're going to be streaming their video game challenge. And I'm sure they'll be talking about whatever the punishment is going to be. So
Yeah, we'll have people weigh in because we can live chat with everybody while we do it.
I'm pulling ass luge. I don't know. That's my vote.
I want to see a tossed salad.
I just don't think Denny's is going to agree.
I mean, both of those sound awful.
So somebody is in.
Yeah. Guess we'll
Dog,
have to see
I
what
think about
happens.
the show is what I think about.
All right, well, you want some food this weekend? Bud's Chicken and Seafood's got 6 locations for you in Palm Beach County. Go check it out. Take out. It's all good. If you're doing the whole social distancing thing, they can do it too. You guys enjoy your weekend. We'll see you hopefully online this weekend and back here on Monday. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.